Hey guys, it's your family here, and today I am in my backyard here, I am going to be, I've actually been working on this for a little while. I'm going to be flying my quadcopter for the first time. I've been waiting over a month for a lot of these parts, and so I'm finally getting to fly this thing. I'm going to be doing the maiden flight here in a minute. Let me actually just show you some of the parts that I got here. And run you through some of it. I think I got pretty good stuff overall. I was trying to make it pretty decent. I have a newbie drone Infinity 200 stack, so it's their 20 by 20 stack here. I have the Zing 2207 1800 kV motors. It's not focusing on them at all. Yeah, there you go. 2207 1800 kV motors. These should be, I'm designing this thing to run 6S batteries, so it's designed from the start around 6S. I also have the DJI air system on here, as you can see, so that it's going to be a digital FPV system. I got their antennas on the back here. 3D printed that, 3D printed this. I know my camera is like really sticking far out here. I'm trying to figure out a better method for that. I'm trying to figure out a 3D printed arm that can stick out here, and I can put one of these spacers in here just to protect the camera a little bit better in case I do crash, because, well, I guess not in case, for when I do crash. And yeah, I got a bunch of different props, but right now I have on here, what do I have on here right now? These are HQ, what are these things? HQ props. These are the 5.1 by 3.8 by 3. I forget what the name of them is, but they're, you probably were looking at the ground over there first while I was looking at that, but they should be pretty decent props. I have a bunch of different props though, so I'm going to be trying out a bunch of different stuff. I'm pretty sure I have these in the correct orientation, but I'm going to double check that before I actually get flying. I'm doing props out rather than props in. I don't know, I feel like that was the default in beta flight, and I feel like that would just, I don't know, I felt like it would work well, so I went with props out. This is a very tight stack. Do you think these, by the way, do you think that this is too tight? Because this is really, really tight in there. There's not much of an air gap in there at all. Let me get this thing to, stupid camera to focus. Oh, it doesn't want to focus at that distance. Okay, there we go. That's a pretty tight stack, I think. So let me know if you think that's a little too tight. I think it should have enough airflow, but I really have absolutely no idea. So I'm just gonna put it up in the air, see how it goes. This is the Maiden. So this is going to be the maiden flight. I really have no idea how this is going to go. I'm hoping that it goes pretty well. I'm going to get, so I'm not backlit over here. I do also have the goggles here. I have the controller there. So I have basically the whole DJI setup. But yeah, so it took me over a month to get all this, and technically all my original orders still haven't even come in. I ordered these exact same motors from iFlight. I ordered all the DJI stuff directly from DJI. I ordered the batteries. I ordered the flight controller and the ESCs all from Pyro Drone. I ordered some props and a charger from Get FPV, and then I ordered, like I said, the motors from iFlight. The Get FPV and the Pyro Drone got here within a week. Pyro Drone was a little bit quicker. Get FPV was a couple days after that. DJI took 29 days to get me the controller and 35 days or something like that, just over a month, to get me the 2 air units, the goggles, the 2 air units and the goggles. So it took a very long time to get those, and I'm still waiting on the motors from iFlight. After after almost a full month, I ordered the exact same motors from Pyrodrone. Got here in like 4 days, I think. So I'm gonna be in the future buying pretty much only from Pyrodrone and Get FPV, because those got me stuff pretty quick. Everyone else is taking forever. So I don't know. That's just my experience with them. I'm at this point, I'm just sort of stalling because I am kind of nervous to get this thing in the air. I have been running some simulators for like 2 or 3 years now. I've been flying Velocidrone. I've been flying a few different simulators. The one that's on Steam, the DRL Racer, a couple others. And I've gotten pretty decent at those. So, cue the Star Wars meme. Hopefully it's just like in the simulations, man. But yeah, I'm gonna be flying. I should be able to get pretty good range. I have a lot of tree cover and stuff out here. Let me turn it back to there. I have pretty good tree cover over here, but it's all mostly cleared, and I have this really big clear area here. Got the one tree there that I can try and like orbit or something. I got a smaller tree next to it. I got some empty grass fields over there, and then it's just empty fields all over there. So I should be able to get pretty far out there with this setup, and I should have some pretty good areas to practice around here. So I guess I can't really delay much more than this. So I'm going to set the camera down and stall a little bit more before I get this thing in the air. So let's do this. I almost forgot to mention I have 6S for my quad, but I also got a bunch of 4S batteries for my camera, or like the goggles and everything else. I also got a soldering iron that's going to be running off of the 4S batteries. So the 4S, mostly not going to be flight packs. I got flight packs anyway. But I did get some 4S and some 6S, because I know that the DJI system technically only from the fact out of the box supports 4S. The stack that I got does convert that. It has a BEC, 9-volt BEC that's like 2 amps, I think. So it'll be able to run the DJI FPV system no problem. I am putting the quad sort of in the sun over here, so hopefully it doesn't get too hot for it. I think it should be okay though. I think it should be able to take the heat. I love that sound. Now I'm gonna do a line of sight. I'm gonna do a line of sight maiden for it first, but then I'm gonna get it in the air, make sure all the motors are spinning in the right direction, and then I'm gonna pretty quickly go to my FPV feed, get the goggles on, and see how I can fly this thing around. Let's see how that goes. It's not showing me my OSD. So I'm going to have to figure that out in beta flight. That wasn't good. All I did was arm it at 0 throttle, and it totally flipped out. Yeah, see, I'm at 0 throttle, so it shouldn't have done anything, but obviously it did. So I don't know what that's about. So apparently my board alignment was off, so that's why I was flipping out. I thought I had checked it before, but apparently I hadn't checked it hard enough. So now I have that fixed, and so now I took the props all off and everything, of course, and then I armed it inside with the props off again, and it idled just fine, so it didn't like flip out or anything. So I think we're good now. I'm gonna try it one more time, see what happens. My props are just a tiny bit scuffed now, but I have like 10 sets of these, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. They're also, you know, hardly scuffed at all. There are no like chips or anything in them, so I think that they're going to be fine. So I'm going to try this one more time and see how this time see how it goes. I've never been very good at line of sight anyway, so now I'm just going to put the goggles on and crash it even harder. Just like in the simulations, right? Dang it. Should I try turtle mode? Okay, so that one's record. Okay. See, I was trying to figure out which one was record, and that made me crash. So I'm going to walk out there and go get that, okay? So I'll be... Yeah, so landing is definitely not my strong suit yet. I'm going to try and get some video this time and actually get some actual flight footage this time, okay? There we go. There's a little bit of wind going on right now, but it's not too bad. Woo! Ooh, that was a tough one. I was not even in frame there. So I figured out what the problem was. Either when I was setting up my quads, PIDs, and rates, I either didn't save it properly or it like reset them at some point. I'm not sure exactly which, but I got that set up. It brought it back from the default. I had brought the rates down to 0.59 and it reset the rates back to, or I didn't set them at all, I don't know exactly, back to 0.7, so the rates were way faster than I was expecting, and so that's why I crashed there. So I just reset them, and I'm gonna go fly like another pack or two. Or wait, it's dark outside. I'm maybe recording this like 5 hours later. I totally forgot. I just realized that I totally forgot to record any kind of in between, like saying, "Oh, I found out what the problem was," before flying some more. So now I'm going to go to that footage of me flying earlier, after fixing the problem, and so that's what the problem was. I figured it out, and it actually flies super well. I did some testing for prop wash as well. There's like no prop wash, like there's like a little bit that I might be able to tune out of there or something, but honestly it's so little that I don't even think it's worth it. It's just like a tiny bit of a shake, like when I'm dropping and go full throttle, there's a little bit, and then when I go one way, flip around, go the other way, there's a little bit of prop wash, but honestly, yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. I'm not going to worry about it. So let's go to that footage now, and then do something else. I don't know.
Do you hear that weird buzzing? You're gonna hear it a few more times throughout the flight. I've got 2 zip ties over what I'm pretty sure is the microphone, so I think that that's just the zip ties vibrating against each other. But if you know what that is, if you know that that's like something that happens, let me know, because I would really like to get that fixed if it's possible to. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that it's just the zip ties and leave it alone, because I do need the zip ties. They hold on the air unit, so I'm not going to be getting rid of them anytime soon unless I find something else. If you have another method that would work for holding on the air unit. I thought about using tape for a little while, but I didn't want to get super gummy, like electrical tape or duct tape or something, but I just didn't want it to get super gummy as I was flying and it got really hot, and so I switched over to the zip ties. I scared the neighbor's goats there a little bit, and I kind of felt bad about that. So I'm not going to be flying over there again. I'm sorry, goats. I definitely, I definitely should have been wearing pants for this one. Now the mosquitoes are coming after me. Oh man, it's over there somewhere. Man. You know what? I should record the outro right now too. So that middle bit that you saw a couple minutes ago, where I was telling you that I recorded it way later, that was 1 second ago for me. Because I didn't record an outro to this video either. So, got it set up. Oh man, oh, that flies so much better with the proper rate. I did have one crash in there, so that was, I did hit the ground I actually landed in a bunch of bushes, it wasn't too bad. But quad's just fine. I got it on the duct tape. Quadcopter looks just fine. Let me get some more light on here. Quadcopter looks just fine. It's just a little dirty in there. But other than that, looks totally fine. You can see there's some dirt on here, on the arms there. The props are a little scuffed up, but they're looking pretty fine, honestly. Camera's doing just fine. I'm thinking I'm gonna extend this out just a little bit more, and then put one like a spacer, like one of these. I have some extras actually. I'm thinking about putting a spacer like that, just like right in the front here. Only thing I'm gonna have to do is measure. I might have to print out a couple of these and just test out fitting. Make sure it's staying out of the camera tilt. That's also as low as the camera goes. So that's the lowest up tilt I can have on this thing right now, because of how I ran the cables under there. Those are the motor wires under there.
I didn't leave enough length to be able to adjust those much in the future. So I don't know if I don't think it's a big problem. I don't think I'm going to be flying lower than that much anyway. I'm probably going to be raising it at some point soon. Anyway, I think that this video is getting kind of long enough. So these motors feel fine. These motors are actually getting, they don't get warm at all. Like they're a little warm to the touch, and it was a really warm day out today, so I just sort of felt them and they felt totally fine. The batteries are holding up super well. I have 4 of them. I only brought out 2 of them. I'll probably try out the other 2 tomorrow. Yeah, everything is going great, man. This is great. So that's the outro to this video. I'll definitely be making more videos with the quadcopter in the future. Oh my god, that's so bright. I'm definitely going to be making more videos with the quadcopter in the future. This lighting situation is not the greatest in the world. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to make more videos. I'm going to be trying to find other places to fly. I'm going to be definitely getting some gates. I'm already looking at some gates on Pyrodrone and Get FPV. Because those are the 2 places that ship the fastest, so I'm definitely going to buy it from them. Get some gates from them, set them up, and start, setting up courses in my backyard. Maybe find some places around town that are legal to fly in, of course, and flying around there, see what I can do. I think this is going to be really fun. So, yeah, hopefully I don't break too many lenses, too many arms, too many motors, and too many props. See you later.